Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over this little 16-inch SPR I just built up. SPR, whatever. The term's kind of beat out at this point, but I built this up just thinking I wanted a gun that I could do everything with, and that is also kind of a beat out term or cliche, but I really do feel like this is a very capable rifle, and I've been playing around with this build for a long time now, and I've kind of got it to the point where I can really do anything I want with it. It's very versatile, and I guess you could say modular in the way I can set it up. So we're going to be going over that today and grouping it, giving you some different pros and cons to a build like this. And then we're going to start off by just really quick going over the build, what's on it. So we'll go tip to butt. We got a burn-proof gear suppressor cover on this Liberty Mach S titanium can. It's a 30 cal can for my Seekins Hit. But I use it on this gun too. I have a Plan B or Reardon style muzzle adapter. I have a Cloud Rain 3.0, which I've previously not liked, but I figured out the issues. There's a little collar in there that tightens up the battery, so all the flickering I was having is gone now. I love this light. It's kind of a weird design, but I'll take it as it is. We got our pressure pad mounted up here. It's a click on and off. Then down here, we have our Area 419 adapter on a B&T or Atlas Cal bipod. This is the long, because we live in Idaho and we got a lot of high angle shooting up here. So I need it to be able to get out there pretty far. So that's why I have the long one on this. And then on here, I have the just Armaspec 3-inch Arca rails. I have one here and one here, one for the tripod, one for the bipod. They're great little adapters. And I originally was going to run a full length one, but I have just two 3-inch sections because now I can have my hand in a comfortable position here. Arca rails are pretty wide and I hate the feeling of it on my hand, so we only have the sections, and it's been working great for me so far. The gun itself, or the upper, is a BCM. This is the 16-inch barrel, the Mark II, whatever. I love these things. I opted for the shorter handguard just to cut a little bit of weight off the front and get some of my attachments pulled back a little bit, keep it light, especially when I'm running no suppressor. I like to just have everything close and light, and I hate the feeling of a super heavy end of my gun. So another reason I have the titanium can. Really gets rid of that heavy, long feeling. Moving back, I have a Viper PST Gen 2. This is the 2-10. It is, I think, the most affordable, best option for a 2-10 on the market. I think I got this for, I can't say the price, but look them up for yourself. They're really not that bad price-wise, and they perform amazing. The glass is very clear on these Viper PSTs. I'd say the only downside is that it doesn't have a locking windage turret, which kind of is a bummer, but it is what it is. Luckily, this thing doesn't twist on its own much because I have this 45-degree red dot here, and it kind of keeps anything from hitting the turret. Plus it acts as a close range optic, so you'll see that today as I'm shooting. I'll be using this for closer targets. This is a Holosun 407K with the solar on it. Keeps it from running through batteries super fast. I don't think I've ever changed the battery on this, and I've had it for over a year now, so I'm very impressed with this. Moving back, we have a throw lever on this. These throw levers are, I think, a kind of a rip-off. They're 60 bucks for this little throw lever, but I think it should just come with it, personally, but they do work very well, and with Vortex warranty, if you ever break it, you get a new one, so their warranty is fantastic. I also have this little Vortex low-profile bubble level on here. That's great. I didn't want a full-size one because this is a smaller, lighter gun. I have the full-size one on some of my bigger bolt guns, but down from there, this is kind of a Frankenstein lower. I think it's a YHM lower with just a LaRue MBT trigger, BCM grip. Down here I have a little compartment where I keep spare batteries. I run the bad lever. People hate on these. I think they're great. Have just the Duramag 20s for my precision shooting stuff, and then obviously I run PMags for shorter range, higher round count drills and stuff like that. I have the lightweight Radian Raptor. I think it's a better option than the full weight one. It's exactly the same, but it's lighter. I think that's awesome. Moving back from there, we have the PWS buffer tube. I really only got this because it's fluted and it looks really cool in my opinion, but I'm sure there's other benefits. PWS makes great stuff. And then I do have the PWS locking nut here, which is a huge upgrade. These little rivets you see, they lock when you're cranking it on. It serves as like a I don't know what you call that, like Loctite, but without having to use Loctite on the actual castle nut, so it keeps it secure. I've never had it come loose on me. And then I got finally the BCM stock. I don't know which one it is. I think the Mod Zero, but that's the build. Now let's get into why it functions so well for me and why I love this idea of a gun like this. All right, before we get into why this gun works so well, let's jump to Tanner. He's gonna go over some sponsors.
All right, guys, we have a lot of great sponsors and a lot of affiliate links. Go down to our description and click the Linktree link, and that'll give you all their information. It'll give social medias, everything. All right, guys, our merch is coming very soon. We got the hats, they're made, and we have this shirt. This is a quick sneak peek. That's all you get to see for right now, but it's coming soon. The website's coming soon, so be looking out for that, and we will let you guys know in a future video when everything's available. We got some awesome, great products, so be watching for that. Let's get back into the video.
All right, so some of the reasons this rifle works so well in the way I kind of built it up. I've only been shooting it a few days now, but we've been taking it out to 500 yards on C-Zone steel, and it's extremely consistent. Even just for a 16-inch barrel, it's doing very well, very consistent. The groups I'm having are right about at a minute. We're gonna reconfirm that in a second here, but just running Frontier Hornady 68 grain, the boat tail hollow point ones, and it's performing very well. And then the nice part about this is, as you kind of saw in the intro, this rifle can be stripped down extremely easily and fast because of the QD adapters that I'm using. So I'm using ARCA right here, and then I'm using a Plan B system. I can just screw that off. Makes the rifle a lot lighter if I want to do stuff like tactical games or running it in shorter drills or in a house. It also takes about 7 inches off the end if I run it unsuppressed. Makes the rifle super lightweight, and then I can also run 55 grain cheaper ammo through it. So because at that shorter range, the ammo's not making as much of a difference. And then as you saw in the intro, put back the bipod, put back the can, throw in my precision ammo, and now I'm shooting at 500 yards consistently with the capability of this 2-10. All right, we're gonna get to grouping it. I wanna check out the groups I'm getting from the 68 grain Frontier, which is still pretty crappy ammo. And then I also have 55 grain PMC. We're gonna see how that groups. All right, so I'm using tripod rear to get us as stable as possible because we don't really have a way to go prone right now, so. All right, that's a 5-shot group with the 68 grain. Let's go to the 55 now. All right, now we got the 55 grain PMC. We're gonna see how that does. All right, that's 5 with both. Let's go check out the groups. So pretty disappointing results, I'm not gonna lie. This was the 68 grain FMG or boat tail hull points. So that's like, dude, that's looking at like 1.75 inches. Not great. It could partially be me, but I did shoot a group the other day, prone, completely rock solid. I was getting about the same thing. Down here we have the PMC 55 grain. Once again, not great, but better it seems than the 68 grains. So given the disappointing results of this 100-yard group for both of these ammunitions, I mean, they're both well over an inch, which for precision is not great. But I'm not mad about it. And that's because I'm not taking this rifle past 700 yards and expecting to get first round impacts. Now, that's still not great, but we were shooting 500 yards yesterday. First round impacts on every target up to 500 yards. They are C-Zone size steels. They're nothing crazy small, but that's kind of not the point of this rifle. If I want a more precise rifle, I'm gonna grab my bolt action hit in the 6.5. I'm okay spending $1.50, $2 a round on that gun. With a gun like this, I want to train, and I want to train positions, and I want to be able to get good hits, which I have been able to do with this rifle very consistently, even though the groups are not great. But it's more than anything a training rifle for bigger calibers. So if I'm spending $1.50 on a 223 round, I don't see the point. I might as well be shooting my 6.5 at that point. So that's why I am trying to find the best bang for your buck ammunition for this gun, which so far has been the 68 grain boat tail hull points, which even though it's not the best group, they were performing great out to 500. I'm not mad about it. Like I said, this is a training gun for my bigger bolt gun. If I was shooting more expensive ammo, I might as well go up to the bigger gun at that point. So that all being said, these are still not fantastic results. So I will be trying other cheaper ammos. There may be a cheaper ammo that this gun likes a little bit more. But given what I've been able to do with it over the last few days, shooting out to distance, I'm not mad. This group was not big enough to be affecting my hits at 500 or anywhere in from there. So I'm not mad about it, and it's kind of the point of this rifle. 223 is not going to be as accurate unless you're spending a lot more money, which I don't want to do for a 223 gun. So one more thing I thought of that I wanted to mention is that group for that ammo is pretty standard. I've done a ton of research on Reddit and on the forums, and that 68 grain Frontier Hornady tends to get groups like that regardless of what you're shooting it out of. If anyone has a different experience with that, let us know in the comments. But it seems pretty standard, so I know it is not the BCM. I have got sub-minute groups at 100 with this gun, so I know it's not the gun, I know it's the ammunition. I'm just gonna keep looking for a cheap ammo that does well, because like I said, I don't see the point in shooting an expensive ammo out of this when I could just shoot 6.5 at that point. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Hope you guys liked the build. If there's anything you change or any recommendations, let me know. We're new to this. We're not pros, so let us know if we could do anything better. Save us some money. And check out our merch. It'll be coming out very soon. Check out those links down in the description, and make sure to subscribe, like, comment, all the things. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.